Why did Sheikh Muhammad Ibn Abdul-Wahhaab only mention 10 nullifiers of Islam in his book when there are more than 400 nullifiers of Islam that the scholars they mentioned in other books? The scholars they differ. Some scholars said that the Sheikh did this only because these 10 are the nullifiers that have an ijma' and that have a consensus and that all scholars agree on these. But this is not true for two reasons. Number one, there are things in this book that the scholars they don't have an ijma' on. For example, making takfir of the magician. Some scholars say magic is always kufr because you always have to ask the jinn for help and they always demand something kufri in return. And some scholars say no, the jinn sometimes they might help you without you doing anything kufri. The second reason is there are nullifiers of Islam that have an ijma' that the Shaykh didn't mention in his book. For example, denying a harf from the book of Allah, denying any letter from the Quran, any word, any concept from the Quran is major kufr. And there is an ijma' on this amongst the scholars, but the Shaykh didn't mention it. And so the actual reason why the Shaykh only mentioned 10 nullifiers of Islam are because they are the most prevalent in his time and the most common ones, as the Shaykh mentions at the end of this book. And so if you want to study this book in detail, and especially the topic of takfir, and how to refute the khariji arguments that are being spread online every day, everywhere, then check the link in my bio, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum.